Good morning, students. This is my lecture number 3 for class 11th, subject English. For chapter number 3, Discovering Toad, the saga continues. This chapter is taken from your main course book, Hornbill. Children, this is my lecture number 3 of this chapter, and in lecture number 1 and 2 of the same chapter, I explained you the complete chapter line by line with difficult words occurring in the chapter. Now in this lecture number 3, I will recapitulate what I taught you in lecture number 1 and 2, and then we will proceed further with the textual exercise of this chapter given in your book. Let's recapitulate the whole chapter. Children, earlier I taught you line by line from your book, and now I will be summarizing the chapter in order to recapitulate the main theme of the chapter so that you can recall what was taught in the chapter. Discovering Toad, the saga continues is a chapter which gives us an in-depth insight of Tutankhamun, the last ruler of the powerful Pharaoh dynasty in Egypt. He was a teenager when he died, and his death was a mystery for everyone. Some speculated that he was murdered. He ruled in Egypt and its empire for centuries. In 1922, his tomb was discovered by Howard Carter, who was a British archaeologist. After 80 years, he was taken from his resting place for CT scan, which offers to solve the mystery of his life and death by creating a forensic reconstruction. Toad's father or grandfather, whose name was Amenhotep III, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years. His son Amenhotep IV thrived him and began the strangest period in the history of Egypt. He promoted the worship of Aten. Aten was the sun disk, and he changed his name also to Akhenaten, meaning servant of the Atens. He also moved the religious capital from Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten, called Amarna. Further, he attacked Amun, a god. He smashed his images and closed his temples. Another mysterious ruler succeeded him, who died very soon, whose name was Menkaure. Next, Tutankhamun, also known as Tut, sat on the throne and ruled just for 9 years. He worshipped god Amun in his old ways. However, he died mysteriously. When Tut's mummified body was discovered, he was laid with lots of gold, wealth, and everyday items like a bronze razor, games, clothes, cases of food, and wine. Carter discovered him after searching for many years. After researching on the treasures, he decided to investigate his 3 nested coffins. Some parts of the Toad's treasures in the tomb were already looted. His tomb was rock cut 26 feet underground, which had wall paintings. On the outer coffin, Toad's face was gilded. In the first coffin, he found the garlands of olives, lotus petals, and cornflowers. It showed that he was buried in the months of March or April. The third and final coffin put Carter into trouble. The resins used to cement Toad to the bottom of the solid gold coffin was hardened enough, making it impossible to move. Then he put the coffin in the sun for several hours in the hope for the resins to loosen up, but it did not work. Finally, he removed the resins with the help of chisel and hammer. Carter felt he didn't have any other choice as to if he had not cut the mummy from limb to limb. thieves would have looted the gold. His men first removed his head, then they cut off every joint. After removing the body parts, they placed it on the layer of sand in a wooden box and put it in the original place. In 1968, the mummy was x-rayed by an anatomy professor who revealed new facts and few facts about his breastbone and front ribs which he declared were missing. Later, on January 5, 2009, Tut was taken for CT. CT means computed tomography. He was taken for CT scan, which takes hundreds of X-rays and creates a three-dimensional image of Tut. The night of the scan, the workmen carried his body from the tomb in a box. They climbed ramp and stairs and lifted it on a hydraulic trailer that held the scanner. The scanner stopped working, which paused the procedure. After using a pair of spare fans, the scan was finally done. Then, after 3 hours, his body was taken back to his tomb where his body was resting in peace. So, this is the complete recapitulation of the chapter I taught you from page number 22 to 28 of your book in my lecture number 1 and 2 of this chapter. Now, in this lecture, I have summarized the whole chapter for your understanding. Now, we will proceed to question answers which are given in your book, and we shall begin with understanding the text. Children, in understanding the text, you have 2 questions with their subparts. In question number 1, you are asked to give reasons for the following points. So the first one is, King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny. Give reason for this. So the answer to this question would be, King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny because of his history, his treasures which he was buried with, and to know the reason behind his death, because he was the last successor of his dynasty and he died at a very small age just after ruling for 9 years. Therefore, his death was a great mystery for everyone, and in order to know the cause of his death, his body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny. Now, the second part of this question number 1 is, Howard Carter's investigation was resented. Why? Howard Carter's investigation was resented because of his unscientific methods to cut off his body from the tomb. In explanation, children, I taught you that it became very tough for Howard Carter to separate the body of Tut from its coffin when he reached to the third layer of its own. Then he found the body had got cemented and he could not separate it, though he kept it in the blazing sunshine at 149 Fahrenheit to separate the body from its coffin, but he got no positive results. Therefore, he used his unscientific method and used hammer and chisel in order to cut off the body from its coffin. Therefore, his investigation was resented because a lot of damage had been done to Tut's mummy, and he also focused more on Tut's wealth and less on to solve the mystery of Tut's life and death. His purpose was to know the cause of his death, but it became his second priority, and first priority became Tut's wealth he was buried with. Therefore, his investigation was resented. Third part of question number 1 is, Carter had to chisel away the solidified resins to raise the king's remains. Why? Howard Carter had to chisel away the solidified resins to raise the king's remains because the body was cemented to the bottom of the solid coffin that was in gold, as the resins had got hardened. No force could move the body away, and keeping the body in the sun under 149 degrees Fahrenheit also did not help. Therefore, Carter had no other option left to separate the body from its solidified resins. Therefore, he had to chisel it away. Fourth part of question number 1 is Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures. Why? In the explanation of the chapter, I told you it was the belief of the people in Egypt that they used to think that the royals would need all those treasures even after their life. So, the answer to this question would be Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures as the ancient Egyptian royals were extremely wealthy. They believed that the royalty would take all the treasures with them in their afterlife. Due to this belief, his body was also gilded with treasures and buried along with all the treasures that he would need after life. And fifth part of question number 1 is the boy king changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. Why? Tutankhamun means living image of Amun. Amun was a major god of ancient Egypt, and before Tutankhamun, it was Amenhotep III who smashed the idols of Amun god and closed his temples. And later, Tut restored his temples and beliefs back in his empire. That is why he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun to choose his belief in the god so that the people in his dynasty must favor him, must not get angry with the ruler of the time. Children, now we will proceed to question number 2 of understanding the text. This question also has 4 parts to answer. And the first part of this question is list the deeds that led Ray Johnson to describe Akhenaten as wacky. Wacky means sunky. So, here the writer is asking to list out the deeds that led Ray Johnson to describe that Akhenaten was wacky. According to Ray Johnson, the Akhenaten was wacky because of the following reasons. First, he smashed and closed the temples of Amun, who was the major god of that time. Then he worshipped Aten. Aten was sun's disk. He removed the religious capital from the city of Thebes to the city of Akhenaten called Amarna. He changed his name to Akhenaten also. All these were the things, the deeds, which describe Akhenaten as wacky. The second part of this question number 2 is what were the results of the CT scan? The results of the CT scan were astonishing, which was 1700 digital X-rays cross-sectioning each other to make a 3-dimensional image of Tutankhamun. A grey head appeared and his vertebrae were shown. The images of the hand, rib cage and skull were shown, which were so clear. Though CT scan did not clear the result of his death or the reason of his death, but it gave beautiful images of his hand, rib cage and skulls, which were very clearly shown in the CT scan. The third part of question number 2 is list the advances in technology that have improved forensic analysis. So the answer to this question can be written: with the advancement in technology, it has been made possible for many scientific tests to be carried out in a more accurate way to determine the cause of a crime. X-ray, CT scan, post-mortem, biopsy and autopsy are now possible. So all such medical terms have improved forensic analysis. The last and fourth part of question number 2 is explain the statement. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life. So the answer of this question can be Tut's mummy was the first one to be X-rayed in 1968 and later in 2005. The first to be scanned through computing tomography (CT), and CT scan revealed new three-dimensional images of his body which answered many questions. Though the first question remained unanswered, that was the cause of his death, but still when it was CT scanned, it answered and revealed many new facts about Tutankhamun. Now children, after answering these 9 questions in your notebook, you will be proceeding further towards talking about the text, in which you have 4 questions and all 4 questions are debatable. Right? There is debate, therefore the writer writes that discuss the following in groups of 2 pairs, each pair in a group taking opposite point of view. The first one is scientific intervention is necessary to unearth buried mysteries. So you can go in the motion of this line and you can speak against as well. And I will give you the clues for favor as well as against. So in the motion of this line, in order to support this line, you can write, to understand the mysteries and history of the past, it is necessary to unearth certain buried mysteries. It can help get the answers to the questions and gives us an idea about past lives and how they used to live. Example, the scientific intervention of Indus civilization. Right? So if we want to know about the history, if we want to know about the past, and if we want to learn the differences between the past and the present, it is necessary to unearth the buried mysteries, right? And if I talk about against this line, then in against you can write, there is no doubt that this is useful, but it exploits with the valuable assets of the buried. We can utilize the money involved in the investigations of the mummies to help develop the resources. That would be far better. Rather spending money on such useless inventions, it is better to spend money for the development of the resources which would be providing benefits to many other people presently existing. Rather than focusing on those who had lost their lives years or millions of years ago, we are wasting our time and money on them. It is better to utilize this money in developing the resources. And the second debating topic given in the text is advanced technology gives us conclusive evidence of past events. Yes, we strongly agree with this line. So in favor of this line, we can write, with the advanced technology, it helps us to know about the past and those who were involved, such as through CT scan, it was possible to get an idea about King Tut and his body. It helped solve mysteries about death. It provides data for forensic reconstruction, and satellite images help find burial sites. Through different softwares, date and time of an event occurred in the past can also be calculated. So these are the points which will support this line. And if I talk about the points which will not support this line would be, after CT scan result images of Tut, still no conclusion could be drawn. Instead of focusing and using the time and money on past events, the government should focus on the present and future. Therefore, we can provide a better life to our future generation. The third topic for debate is traditions, rituals and funerary practices must be respected. So, in order to support the motion, It is quite understood that every religion has its own tradition, rituals, and funerary practices which must be respected undoubtedly. It should not be disturbed as Carter did with King Tut's tomb, right? So we must, in order to keep our rituals, traditions, and funerary practices alive, it is important to get them respected by our future generation. And if you want to write against this, then there are many speculations made for ancient history, traditions, rituals, and funerary practices which should be cleared in order to know the truth. The people living in modern time should follow anything which can endanger their lives or make the conflict between communities. And the last question to be done is, knowledge about the past is useful to complete our knowledge of the world we live in. So, what can be written in favor of this line? In the motion, in supporting the motion, we can write, knowledge of past events and important personalities help us understand where our roots are from. It helps us to know how our modern world was formed gradually. From past experiences and lessons, we learn not to commit the same mistake, or we are gradually more alert. Knowing about King Tut's life and getting answers to the questions helped us understand Pharaoh dynasty and the Egypt empire. Therefore, knowledge about the past is useful to complete our knowledge of the world where we are living. Now, if we are not supposed to support this motion and we have to write against this, then what can be written? It can be, always digging the past does not help us, as it only wastes our time and resources. No one can change the past, and we cannot change what already has happened. So, we should focus on what present and future will bring for us, and we must work to make our tomorrow better. So, ranting about what happened yesterday cannot help us. So, it is better not to think about the past. Rather beating about the bush, it is better to focus on present and make our present as well as future better. So, knowledge about the past is always not useful to complete the knowledge of the world we are living in. So, life is what we want to make it. If we want to make our life better, it is better to focus on present and the resources present in present life. And with the help of these present resources, we must think about the future. How can it be made better, not only for self but for future generations? So, children, these are the total questions I have discussed with you all. Okay, and now here the chapter completes. Now we will proceed towards the homework. So, your homework of the day is, on the basis of understanding the chapter and with reference to the discussion of textual question answers which we have taken from understanding the text and reading with the text, you are supposed to answer all these discussed questions in your Fair English notebook, and do not forget to learn them also. So, children, you are supposed to learn and write all these discussed question answers in your Fair English notebook, and then you will send me the homework on my email ID. Thank you. Have a nice day.